This is my presentation on the vocabulary lesson. I am teaching about the Great Barrier Reef from the book, Where is the Great Barrier Reef? Okay. So here I'm going to start with a pre-assessment. And so in this pre-assessment, I'm just going to be gauging what the students know prior to this class. And so here we have the words polyp, marina, mangroves, bleaching, barrier, anemone, nourishes, sediment, and aboriginal. So I'm going to give this to the students before we even go into anything. So this will be on their desks, and I will have them answer it, fill it in, just put an X, a check mark, and I will assess what they know and what I need to focus on. So this will be done before I go into anything. Okay, next. We are going to all gather in the front of the classroom near the board, and we will be watching this video. It is called The Great Barrier Reef, and it's just to get an idea of the environment that we're jumping into before we read the book or get into the vocabulary. And so this will be done, it's a 4-minute video. I'll play a little bit of it just to give you an idea of what it's like.
The Great Barrier Reef is a vast and beautiful wonder of the ocean. An incredible living network spanning 1,400 miles and consisting of 3,000 individual coral reefs and 900 islands. It's home to tens of thousands of different species. This is a living network of incredible creatures.
Okay, so I'm not going to show the whole video because that would take up pretty much my entire 7 minutes, so that'd be a little crazy. But this is just to give the students some excitement to see the topic that we're talking about. Maybe there's some students that are super passionate about animals, marine life, and so yeah, I would just like to kind of introduce them to the topic through this. There will be some of the vocabulary will be in the video that we'll see. Next. Oh. What happened? Okay, so sorry about that. I don't know if that went in the recording, but my computer kind of spazzed out, but here we are. So after we watch the video, I'm going to have this anchor chart set up, and it's not going to have any of the definitions written in. And I'm going to see which students from the pre-assessment had, like, which words the students knew best. And so, like, by majority. And so I'm going to go and I'm going to pick those first, and I'm going to have them help me. I'm going to have them help me write down the definitions. And so the ones that I'm sure most of the students will know will be nourish. For sure they might know sediment due to earth science. And I think that's about it. Maybe a few of them will know what a marina is if their parents are into sailing. But other than that, these will probably be unfamiliar words. So after I get their help through some of these words, I'm going to go in and I'm going to teach them. So this will be done super easy, super simple. I'm just going to show these pictures. And it'll be in the order that the class knows best. So that just depends on the class. So it's not in that order. This is just how I wrote them down. So here we have polyp, and I'm going to describe, this is a polyp. It's a type of sea coral, and it is an adult coral, and it's actually stuck to that location. When coral is younger, they can move around, but once it becomes a polyp, it is stuck. And here is a marina. And a marina is a dock for boats and other small crafts. Here we have a mangrove. Mangroves are a type of tree that can survive in fresh and salt water, and they actually grow inside the water. Here we have bleaching. This is actually kind of sad. This is because the coral, it kind of, it expels its color, which is the algae that's inside of it, when it becomes stressed. And when it's stressed, it's not able to get food, and therefore it dies. And this is a problem that we're having in the Great Barrier Reef today. Here we have the barrier. This is the coral reef that is separated from the shore, and it is parallel to the shore. Here we have an anemone. Some of you might have seen this in Finding Nemo. So this is a type of polyp that resembles a colorful flower. You can see the little clownfish there. Here we have nourishes. This is when something just helps you to promote growth. So here we have the sea turtle, and he's eating some coral. So he's going to get some nourishment. Sediment. Sediment is any type of material that gets washed up in water, the wind, glaciers, and it all gets mixed together. It's a deposit. And an aboriginal. This is a person who is from a region or land since the very beginning of that land. So this is an Australian Aborigine. Here are two examples. Going to show an example of a reading from the Great Barrier Reef. Mangrove forests are another very important habitat in the Great Barrier Reef. Mangroves are a special kind of tree. They can live in both fresh water and salt water. Much of their roots are actually above ground in the open air. Twice a day, ocean tides flood the mangrove forests with salt water. The salt water mixes with the fresh water from rivers that flow into the lagoon. The mangrove's exposed roots slow the flow of the water from the freshwater streams. The sediment in the streams then falls to the bottom and won't flow out to the ocean. This sediment is thick and rich in organic material. 1 teaspoon of mangrove mud can contain 10 billion bacteria. This microscopic superfood helps keep the mangroves healthy. It also feeds animals like fiddle crabs and tiny shrimp. It nourishes them. The first people to live around the Great Barrier Reef were the Torres Strait Islanders and Aboriginal Australians, or Aborigines. About 50,000 years ago, these people came to Australia from Southeast Asia. When sea levels dropped, more land became exposed, and the Aborigines moved out to the water's edge. So after I go through all the words, I'm going to have my students go back to their seats, and we're going to fill this little graphic organizer out together. It'll be super easy, super simple, and yeah. So we're going to write the definition down and the sentence with its application. And now we're going to do this will be in 2 days. And so next we're going to do a vocabulary review. I'm going to have them split up into 3 groups, and in the 3 groups they're going to play a little review game. So I'm going to say the word or definition. They're going to have to press a buzzer that I provide, and the team that gets the most points gets to pick which video we get to watch next for the Great Barrier Reef. And that is my lesson plan on vocabulary, teaching vocabulary. Thank you.